It'd be good to do a combined England 11 of the men and the women to see where we get.
I was like, mate, if you did that on the pitch on Saturday, like you'd hurt someone.
What would happen? What would have happened? What would you do if you did? If you did snap your leg? What would you do?
Fuck knows. Foden number 10 though.
Foden can fuck off.
Foden's
my
a crap. Don't throw the ball at me, can't. I'm like, I fucking will. If you start crying over it.
Okay, now you're bullying him.
Two boys, friends for a while, pretending they're close. Denial, so they put time aside once a week to spend some time chatting. This is two not so good friends.
We had a break, another break, an impromptu break.
Unplanned break, because, James claimed he was dying. Don't believe it myself, personally. Think he'd forgotten. And
It's
was
part
like,
of my I hate it, so I'll go into it more later.
Oh God.
What has gone on in the past? Since the podcast, football came home.
That's so many things.
Yeah,
Premier
yeah,
League's
yeah.
back. The women brought it home. Shout out the Lionesses.
Yeah, and
I
I
love
did.
that, by the way.
What, the coming hit? What, winning a trophy?
Yeah.
It'd be weird
just
if you
but,
didn't.
the whole thing was great. Like the whole tournament.
It
None
was.
of them are dicks as well. None of them are dicks.
I think that's my favorite part about it. The interviews, you've not got like some knobhead being like, oh yeah, at the end of the day, it is what it is. We go again. They were just like, I'm getting fucked and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm there for that. I'm there for them just being like.
Were they saying I'm getting fucked?
As in
Do you
like.
mean in the literal sense?
As in like drunk, as in like,
All right.
they were like, as in Ella too was like, I'm getting my nails done tomorrow and then I'm going straight to Ibiza. And I was like, you just wouldn't get, you might get Grealish saying that, but.
Yeah, I mean, Jill Scott, I think, owns a coffee shop, I want to say. If
She
not,
was back
definitely works in
working.
one.
She was back working
in.
there.
She's
Yeah,
back
she owns
in.
one, doesn't she? With I think
It's
her
in Manchester
wife.
as well, so I might pop in.
Getting your coffee served by Jill Scott, it's cool, but it also feels a bit derogatory, doesn't it?
Does a bit.
You wouldn't go in and be like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't go and get your like pint served to you by Harry Kane. No, I'll get Jill Scott, the Euros winner, to bring me my coffee over. Cheers, love.
Fucking weird that, actually. When you say it like that, that makes me not want to go. But then she'll be in a failing business. And I
Yeah,
don't want
how
to do that
dare
either.
you want the England women's team, the current champions of Europe, to bring you your drink, you
I know.
pathetic cunt.
That's actually really anti-feminist of what I've just said, isn't it?
Actually, no, what you're saying now is anti-feminist because she is choosing to work in it. So the fact that you're feeling bad about
She thought I was winding her up, but actually I really said no at the start. So when she comes home in September, she wants to go see Craig David at Trentham Gardens.
Oh, God.
Yeah. My reaction too. That was my exact reaction. I thought she was joking. And then so she was like, oh, no, I really want you to come. I was like, all right, okay. How much is it and where is it? And then she goes, £50, it's at Trentham Gardens. I said, 50 quid to see Craig David? No thanks. And then I got a really shit response. And it's her birthday weekend, so I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And I, 3 hours later, I just messaged saying, just kidding. But
You're going to have to pay for both tickets if it's been a birthday weekend.
No, my friend. She said, I'll pay. And I was like, all right, then I'll go.
Oh, but you look like a bit of an arsehole there, don't you? Because she's paying 100 quid on her birthday weekend.
Yeah. No, I know. I was thinking about it because what we've said it is she doesn't want a present. She won't give me anything to buy her. And I've always said, if you don't tell me what to buy, I'm not going to buy anything. Now, the reason we're not doing present this year for it is because we're having 2 fucking holidays next year. But, fucking...
You get chunkier, though, because you'll get to your birthday. She'll have been like, oh, I couldn't not get you a small thing. And then you'll look like a dickhead.
Yeah. So I am going to get her something. I don't know what yet. But
Imagine if it gets your birthday and she hasn't got you anything.
Yeah, I'll be really pissed.
Despite you making the first move to break the promise, that would be funny.
Yeah. For 6 months prior as well.
Oh yeah, it's a new segment. What are they talking about now?
All right, I thought that considering the men's England team got to the Euros last year, the final, the women's team just won it. Considering both of them are going to a World Cup over the next 12 months, it'd be good to do a combined England 11 of the men and the women to see where we get. Shall we get manager out of the way first?
Oh, manager. Oh, God. That's not 11. That's a 12.
Yeah, but okay, you got to have the manager.
Manager's easier. Can we go past and present?
No, have you gone past and present for the players?
No. But with
Okay.
managers, it's literally an option of one of
either
two.
or. Yeah, one of the two.
So the manager straight away is the women's manager. I really can't think of a name.
Serena Wiegman.
Yeah, her. She's the manager, 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Very calm, collected on the sideline, even during the final. Very
Yeah,
oddly
and
calm.
also made a good decision in the final in terms of game management, considering compared to Southgate shitting the bed.
Yeah.
In the same position.
Yes.
So that's simple. That's easy. Okay. Goalkeeper. You've gone for Pickford, haven't you? Because you've already chatted it.
Nope.
Have you not? Who have you gone for?
Ramsdale.
Have you actually? That's embarrassing.
My boy Ramsdale. He's a good player, mate. He's a good keeper.
I've gone for Earps. Mary Earps.
Okay. I feel like you're heavily on the women's team here.
No, but I wouldn't go. Ramsdale scares me. Even on Friday for Arsenal when they were in complete control, he nearly shat the bed, and that's at Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I agree. I watched that and I think, oh God, imagine that in an England.
But he's got that in him. He's got that in him because even last season he had that run of games. But to be fair, everyone kept clipping out that save he made where it was like top corner dive, and it was like, I mean, it's for the cameras. You should have saved that every second of the day. And near post, he just hasn't got a fucking clue.
I just sort of went with him over Pickford.
But for this England 11,
World Cup.
Yeah, the World Cup. I've gone for Earps, Mary Earps, purely because she. I mean, she had a solid Euros. But conceded conceded 2 goals.
Very good keeper. Commanded
the box, which is very, very important.
Yeah, I would not like to be going up for a header in that box.
No, and that's what Ramsdale and Pickford both very flappy when they come together. So that's why I've gone for Earps. What's the formation here for the back?
So I've gone
line?
three at the back.
Interesting. Go on.
Lucy Bronze.
Yeah.
Millie Bright.
Okay.
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've gone a back 4. I've gone Walker, Williamson, Bright, and James.
Reece James.
Yeah.
Okay. No Lucy Bronze in there.
I just think that Walker is stronger. His pace enables him to get back up and down the wing. I think his final ball is potentially better, but centre back wise, I think we're fucked for the men's.
Millie Bright all the way.
Yeah, Williamson, Millie Bright.
During the Euros, I said I would have Millie Bright at Manchester United for the men over Harry Maguire. Yeah. I stand by that. 100% I stand by. After watching him on Sunday, fucking stand by that.
You've got the perfect balance, I think. Not so much in yours, but in mine, where you've got Williamson, calm, collected, chill on the ball, Bright, wins everything. I think in the Euros, Williamson didn't have to make a single tackle.
Wow.
She just mopped up easily without having to do it. And then Reece James, I think, is not as good as Trent going. I know it's different things, but
yeah,
not as good.
I know what you're going to say
going forward, but better going back.
He was very good for Chelsea at the weekend,
and that sort of like tips it for me because even Champions League final, like Trent was missing in action.
Yeah, I'm going 5 in midfield.
This is very, very Southgate. Is it Rice, Phillips?
Hendo. Yeah, you called it. No, I am going, Jude Bellingham, Fran Kirby, and Kira Walsh. No, Phil Foden, and then either wing, Kira Walsh, Jack Grealish.
So there's a bit of a crossover here, to be fair. It's not a million miles away. I've gone 4 in the midfield for the classic 4-4-2. I've gone Beth Mead.
Nah, she's a forward, mate. She's a striker.
No, wing. Wing, cut in.
Okay.
Bellingham and Walsh in the middle and Grealish on the other wing.
Yeah, I like Fran Kirby in the middle, though.
Yeah, she's all right.
Little bulldog, mate.
Yeah, I just think Bellingham will do that job. But I don't know. Well, you can't not have Walsh in the midfield. Ridiculous.
Well,
pinging it around.
I've got her in there, mate.
The only difference there is Kirby. Because you've gone for a 5.
Yeah.
Oh, and
And
who
then-
else did you have? Because I had Mead. Who did you have instead?
Foden.
Ah, yes, so you did. Not for me.
Foden number 10 though.
Foden can fuck off. So you gone one up top there? Oh no, 3-5-2.
Yeah.
3-5-1-1 or what? Okay, right. Go on then.
3-5-2. So up top, I've actually used Beth Mead in a different position. I'm putting her alongside Harry Kane on the left. She's right-footed, so she's going on the left, and then Harry Kane's sitting over to the right. But what Harry Kane's going to do is drop a little bit deeper, help Phil Foden out, and he's getting manhandled, and then play that ball over. So he's sort of like a false nine.
So
Beth Mead
already you're creating
Beth
tactics
Mead's
to
in
help
front.
out Foden. Poor. It's poor.
It's more to Phil Foden's very good when he's running at people, but when it comes to physicality, there's nothing, is there? So that's why Harry Kane's playing as a false nine, just to help out defensively a little bit more in that final third. And then Beth Mead's just there up top. She's very fast as well, so she's just going to be up there chasing balls.
I had
guessing.
Kane and Russo because Russo maybe has the element. You know, if Kane drops deep, picks up the ball, he's got the ability to find a pass, and she's got the ability to run beyond defenders, whereas he doesn't. But he's more of a goal poacher. So you got the best of both worlds there.
Okay, yeah.
I think
I prefer Kane sitting a little bit deeper as well.
Did you know? I got a fact that I don't think you'll know.
No, I have a did you know, but what I wanted to speak to you about is, do we shake it up a bit with a different jingle? Maybe bring a bit of flavour to it, rather than just going, did you know there's such...
there is a did you know jingle.
Yeah, no, but it's shit.
It isn't great.
Did you know?
Yeah.
It's one. So I was thinking, rather than a jingle, we have like a wartime sort of fucking old man with a monocle sort of vibe. Very old English, stiff upper lip with a mustache. You're picturing him now.
Yeah.
Monopoly Man top hat, and he's going, "Did you know?" And then you do it in that voice. I
Right,
thought that'd be pretty good.
through a jingle, how do I
That's the
get?
whole.
Yeah, how do I get that through via a
It's
jingle?
not a jingle. You simply just play out that sound.
Okay. Okay, the jingle will go in now, and then I'll just do that with it will sound exactly the same as what you just said.
How dare he say that to me? That original jingle held up. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. Hey Kyle, don't you go and fuck yourself. I'm not taking it to heart, but go and fuck yourself. That jingle was good, your idea was shit, so please go and fuck yourself. Hey Calamine, don't you go and fuck yourself. I'm not taking it to heart, but go and fuck yourself. That jingle was good, your idea was shit, so please go and fuck yourself. Like I say, I've not taken it to heart, but that jingle was fine the way it was. Why did you have to say that? Why did you have to say that? Hey Kyle, don't you go and fuck yourself. I'm not taking it to heart, but go and fuck yourself. That jingle was good, your idea was shit, so please go and fuck yourself. Hey Calamine, don't you go and fuck yourself. I'm not taking it to heart, but go and fuck yourself. That jingle was good, your idea was shit, so please go and fuck yourself.
Did you know?
I didn't want to do it. I was pushed. I didn't want to do this. I didn't need to do this. But I can't be hushed. And I won't be hushed.
Yo, motherfucker didn't like one of my jingles. Man, it's got me stressed, man, it's giving me the wrinkles. Little bitch boy sent a text, said the jingle was shit, then came up with another idea that was more shit. I'll fucking slice you, don't ever say this again. I'll kill you, bury you, dig you up and bury you again. I'm not that bothered by it, no doubt, but next time keep my motherfucking jingles out your mouth. I'm not done, I'll gut you, you spineless bitch. What next? You don't like the jingle, for I hate it. It's too simple, too plain, not wacky enough for you. I work a full-time job, I do this on the side, what else can I do? Legit, what the fuck else shall I do? Shall I pay a producer, Calvin Harris, to whip up a new tune? Are you gonna pay for it? Foot the bill, I did think so, so shut the fuck up and enjoy.
Okay. Okay. Cool. But mine, did you know? And it's a bit of a weird one, actually. It is a bit of a weird did you know. So I know you've brought a few weird ones the last few weeks, yeah? One really freaked me out, okay?
Yeah.
So I've tried to go weird. There is a company that turns dead bodies into an ocean reef.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah.
Yeah, were you Googling for did you know facts as well?
As when I found my other weird ones. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that. I was like, why?
So basically, what it says here is, for those who romanticize a burial at sea, the company Eternal Reefs offers an innovative
Who
solution.
romanticizes a burial at sea? First thing I think about when I think of burial at sea is
Pirates.
Osama bin Laden. Why would I
Oh,
want to
God,
share
yeah.
a space with bin Laden?
It's a big space.
It's a very big space, but still,
I
not,
don't
not
think
big
it'll
enough.
work out like you're on bunk beds, mate. I don't
Imagine
think
if
it's
you
that
bumped
crowded.
into him. Imagine if you bumped into him. He just rested the bottom, turned to your left. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is
And all year is
yeah. For fuck's sake.
I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I ran out of ideas, I hate it.
Okay, so I hate it when people are selfish wankers and go to places. This is oddly specific. I hate it when people go to buffets with a stomach bug and then pick at the buffet.
oh.
Yeah.
What sort of buffet are we talking here, James? Because I know this is what happened to you.
So
Is it
wasn't-
like
it's a
kids'
tiny-
party
tiny
finger
buffet. So Bryony, we had to go to Bryony's the synagogue because it was like an evening tea thing where it was like just for the community to go and thingy. And because Bryony's a head teacher at the Sunday school, we had to go. And I was like, oh yeah, we'll go. I'll bring the kids. We'll just chill around for a few hours. And in the actual synagogue, they set out like a table, not a very big table, like maybe, it's like a standard classroom table, 3 of them in a row, just full of like finger foods and cheesecakes and all this rubbish. And I was like, free food, I want to go big.
Yeah.
So me and Ariel wasn't that bothered, but me and Elias were going ham and like properly going ham. Not ham, actually, there's no ham at the synagogue.
Yeah.
Obviously. So I was just going mad, right? I was having cheesecake slices. I was having pastries. I was having everything you could imagine. I was just like loving life. Felt really sick. Felt really awful because I'd eaten so much. Thought nothing of it. That was on the Sunday. And throughout the day, these like spoke to a couple of people. This in particular, this man and woman sat down next to us and just looked unhappy. And I dropped my chocolate cake right next to her feet, and she just didn't seem very happy about it. But that's my only dealings with them, just very sour-faced. Anyway, it gets to Tuesday, Wednesday, and Bryony finds out through her manager that those 2 people that didn't look very happy thought they had food poisoning on a Saturday night. Turns out it was a stomach bug. Still went on Sunday to this buffet. Even if they thought it was just food poisoning, don't go to the buffet. Just stay away. Don't go. It gets to Thursday. Well, it gets to Wednesday night. I'm like, surely we've missed it. If we were going to get a stomach bug, we've missed it now. Thursday morning, I'm getting ready to go into the office, go into Elias's room, just spew everywhere all over his crib. I'm like, brilliant. Fantastic.
You threw up over his crib.
No. He's thrown up.
Oh, right. I thought
So-
you'd walked in and thrown up over his crib.
No, so I'm like, brilliant. Not
Just
great.
walked in and gone, "Bleh."
Well, I fucking nearly did because it was disgusting. But he'd thrown up everywhere. I was like, this is fucking annoying. I tried to convince myself that it was something. I tried to convince myself that it might have been food poisoning. I was like, he's not got a stomach bug. It's not a stomach bug. So I went into work, and he's pretty good with stomach bugs. I think he threw up a couple of times that morning, but then he was done. He was fine. It gets to Friday. He's not been sick. Ariel's not been sick. Me and Bryony haven't been sick. We're supposed to be driving up to Manchester to see my dad, right? So we get in the car, we go, and we get there. Friday goes off fine. We're like, thank fuck for that. Maybe it was just like a coincidence. We wake up on Saturday morning, and Ariel is just going everywhere. She literally like wakes up in the hotel, bends over the bed, and just throws up everywhere. Then she's rough. But we're in Manchester. Like, what are we supposed to do? So I call we try to let it die down for a bit. She's walking around the room. We go down to breakfast, try and get her to eat something. And we're just like, if you need to be sick, please just tell us. She's like, I need to be sick. As we're sat around the table. So I was like, I can't get you out of anywhere. It's like it's like a European breakfast setup. She's had like 1 spoon of Cocoa Pops. So like I have to get like a handkerchief. She throws up into my hands. So I'm like, this is the worst morning ever. Saturday then goes off. She throws up again in the night, but she gets a good night's sleep. Sunday wakes up, she's fine. But 2 p.m, I start feeling rough to the point where I'm like, it got to the point where I was like, everything was aching and I had to lie down. I was at my grand's. I hadn't seen my gran in about 6 months. So I was like, spend some time there. I had to go and lie down in the bedroom. And I didn't throw up. It was everything else for me. And I was like that for 3 days. So Sunday, we were meant to be driving to Stoke to my nan's. And I was like, I had to book us into the Altrincham Travel Lodge. So that I can't go anywhere. I can't do the drive. So I had to book us into the Altrincham Travel Lodge, which I watched the Euros final on the shitty little Travel Lodge TV whilst having like cold shivers and like running to the toilet every 20 minutes. Drive to my nan's the next day. And I'm like, look, I feel a bit better today, blah, blah, blah. That night, I chanced it with a Bombay Bad Boy pot noodle, which set me back completely. As my stomach started to turn then, we heard Ariel start to cry in the back bedroom. And we were like, oh, that's weird. So I was like, she's crying. She never cries in her sleep. So I was like, fuck. So I was trying to wake her up because she was crying in her sleep. She's crying. I say, what's up? She looks at me, projectile vomits all over the bed, all over me, all over the back bedroom floor at my nan's. And I'm like, for fuck's sake. So then we have to go into the shower, have like a 1 a.m. shower. My stomach's back to where it was on Sunday. That carried through until Tuesday. And I'm only really just getting over it now, to the point where, like after a bad stomach, it takes like a few days for it to all settle if you stop. Yeah. All that because some cunts couldn't fucking stay away from a buffet.
They're still talking, I can't believe it. They're still talking, I can't believe it. Have you seen this? I can't believe it. They're still talking, I can't believe it.
Obviously, summer holidays have kicked off, so obviously this is the point where my parents are like scrambling to try and get my brother into places. He's had a week down. He's had a week down in Hampshire with my nan. My mum had a week off with him. She's had 2 weeks off with him.
How old is he?
10.
No, so you can't even leave him alone.
No, so she's had 2 weeks off with him, staggered, and then this week he's at holiday club. So I feel well tight on him. So I'm like, I said to my mum, I'll pick him up when I finish work. I finish at 1. I'd feel tight leaving him there for an extra 3 hours where he doesn't need to be there, and it'll save her some money. Anyway, so I pick him up, and he's got in the car. Straight away, he's full of himself because me and him don't usually have much time together because I'm usually busy. He's usually like on his PlayStation or whatever. So straight away, he's playing up. Gets in the car. Says, "Oh, it smells in here." I'm like, well, that's what happens when you work outside and you fart a lot in the car.
What world does that correlate?
So I'm driving back, and it's literally a 5-minute drive. The whole way criticising my driving. Mum doesn't drive this fast. I'm like, yeah, Oscar, Mum's a bit older, more seasoned. I'm driving fast. We're going to get home quicker. Means you can play on your PlayStation quicker. I don't want to play on my PlayStation. I want to play football in the garden. Bit hot to play football in the garden, mate.
Lad.
We're above 20 degrees here. I can't do that. And he's like, yeah, come on, just 10 minutes. And I'm like, do you really want me to show you up in the garden? Anyway, get into the garden. I find the football. Straight away. No word of a fucking lie here. Comes in, 2-foots me. 10-year-old boy in the garden. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? Luckily, I'm as agile as a cat, and I jumped at it.
You were pretty agile, to be fair.
He ran in, full fucking pelt.
10 years old as well. There's a bit of force behind that.
2-foot fucking challenge, mate. He'd have snapped my ankle, honestly.
Did I send you that
high
video?
As well. Yeah. And it was a high challenge as well. I was like, mate, you cannot be doing that. I said, if you went in, because he's not small for a 10-year-old either. Like, he's quite tall. I was like, mate, if you did that on the pitch on Saturday, like, you'd hurt someone. He's like, yeah, it'd be all right as long as I get the ball. I'm like,
What would
"Jesus
happen? What would have
Christ."
happened? What would you do if he did? If he did snap your leg? What would you do?
Fuck knows. If it wasn't that bent, I'd like to think I could drive left-footed.
You couldn't. You've got a manual car now.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If it was my right foot, I'd be okay because I'd just accelerate with my left foot.
Yeah, but what about braking? You ever tried braking with your clutch foot?
I can do it.
Oh, fuck
can
off,
do it.
can you?
No, I
Fuck
can.
off.
Yeah. Legit, I can do it. It took a few practices, mind.
You are not all right. You think you'd be calm and collected and chilled out enough?
No, I was
a
lying.
snap,
100%.
tib and fib.
Mate, I'd be on the floor until my parents got back 2 hours later. Because the worst thing was as well, my phone was in the house.
It'd be funny if you got two-footed, it snapped your leg, but you fell in a way that dipped your head into the pond, so you were constantly battling like the water.
Christ. Anyway, we're playing a bit of football. The guy tries two-footing me. Like, literally straight off the bat. I'd literally just ran up to the ball and turned with it, and he's there coming in two-footed. Like,
Yeah, that's why you got to leave someone in though, because then he won't come back for more. If you leave a good one on them.
Well, yeah, I don't really want to say this in public, but
You do.
Yeah.
But how bad?
He tried running at me again, like from the side, tried to do a shoulder barge. So I thought, I'm going to lean into this one this time rather than just let him hit me. I'm going to lean into it. Anyway, I leant into it. He bounced off quite hard, roly-polied, hit his head on the fence.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That quickly put a stop to football.
It's
He
dangerous.
He nearly started crying. I was like, if you cry, I'm going to throw the ball at you. He's like, don't throw the ball at me, Callum. I'm like, I fucking will. If you start crying over it.
Okay, now you're bullying him. Now it's turned into bullying.
If you've listened this far, you'll wanna listen again. So make sure you subscribe, like and post your comments.
For now.
Yeah, well, that's the podcast. Stay tuned or don't. I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Peace and love.
Two boys, friends for a while, pretending they're close. Denial, so they put time aside once a week to spend some time chatting. This is two not so good friends.